Alright, this is exercise video number 4 for the exercise physiology project, and for my exercise today I did a little leg day and some cardio. So first I started out with stretching, of course, and then I did 6 sets, 8 reps of barbell squats, and then 8 sets, 5 reps of Bulgarian split squats, and then 6 sets, 10 reps of leg extensions, and then I did a calf exercise, and then I went outside and ran 1 mile with a pace of 9 minutes per mile. And so my body was utilizing the nutrients from the food that I had earlier. I had a sandwich and a smoothie for lunch, so my body was converting those food nutrients into energy that I could use ultimately for my exercise to sustain the exercise, the intensity. And so my body went through, it started out with the phosphagen system for the first 5 seconds, and then after those 5 seconds for about 5 minutes, glycolysis was the predominant system of generating ATP. My body was converting carbohydrates into pyruvates, and what happened at the end of glycolysis is during my run, for example, I felt burn in my legs and in my arms. I was holding my phone and I kept my arms on my side, and so my arms were burning. And the reason why this was happening is at the end of glycolysis, you end up with 2 pyruvate, and there are 2 fates for those pyruvates. Either the pyruvate can go to Krebs cycle and merge with, and turn into acetyl-CoA, and then acetyl-CoA merges with oxaloacetate, and then that creates citric acid and starts the Krebs cycle, and then goes to the electron transport chain and eventually generates ATP. And the second fate for pyruvate, however, is converting the pyruvate into lactate and hydrogen. And this hydrogen comes from NADH. And the NADH, what happens is that NADH cannot drop off its hydrogens in the electron transport chain, and it has to do something with the hydrogens, and so it'll donate it to pyruvate, and that gives you lactate plus a hydrogen. And so this lactate is not a dead-end molecule. It eventually is turned back into glucose by your liver, and then that feeds back into glycolysis, and it's this whole cycle of generating ATP. And the reason that my legs were burning during my exercise is because of the accumulation of hydrogen ions, because my body was converting the pyruvate into lactate and hydrogen.